كده introduced. I'm Leo Coach and speaker, and today I'm joined by Charlotte Faragher, a 32-year-old woman who has cerebral palsy and is permanently a wheelchair user. Despite her disability, Charlotte is passionate about highlighting through her work that she has the same desires and ambition and wants as the majority of the non-disabled people. Charlotte, thank you so much for joining me. When we connected, you suggested I read your poem. I found it really moving and I related to several aspects. May I ask, what kind of reports have you received from those who have read it?
Hi Leo, thanks for having me involved to answer your questions. The people that have read it have found it very moving and interesting to read because it deals with unrequited love, which a lot of people can relate to, but from a standpoint that most people probably wouldn't think about on a daily basis, because let's face it, most people don't even think that many disabled people want romantic or sexual relationships or are even capable of having them, which we both know isn't true. So I just wanted to share some of my experiences in the hope that it would, maybe open people's eyes a bit, share a new perspective or give voice to other feelings that disabled people might have had but not been validated yet. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's still gender high amount of stigma around disabled people and people with chronic illnesses and, gender relationships, intimacy, and a lot of people don't really understand that, like you said, because you are disabled or have a chronic illness doesn't mean we don't have the same desires as everybody else.
Right, yeah, and that's what I wanted to highlight with the poem and also show that unrequited love is just as messy and raw and heartbreaking for us as non-disabled people, but also there's extra questions that you ask yourself that are exclusive to being a disabled person. So, if the disability wasn't there, would the person who doesn't love you feel differently? How much of a barrier is that? That's one kind of question I definitely ask myself when the guy who the poem is based around didn't share the same feelings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's difficult, because, we are encouraged to kind of not let our disability get in our way and, try and carry on. But the reality is, unfortunately, other people do, how they react to us. It's impacted sometimes by our disability. So,
Yeah,
that is a reality that we have to deal with.
yeah, absolutely. And it's not just people's attitude as well, it's the way society is physically structured and built, which isn't accessible for a lot of disabled people. I mean, disability is a wide spectrum, massive spectrum, but still, society isn't built for a lot of us, which means just getting out and living day to day, never mind forging romantic relationships and dating can be difficult for us. And a lot of people who don't live in that world just take it for granted, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people who don't have lived experiences of disability don't quite realize, like you say, how much in the structure and society is not geared up for disabled people. Even though we are now in 2023, there's still so much that can and should be done. My next question to you is, what inspired you?
Well, the poem itself was, as I say, based on a real life experience that I had when I was much younger. But I would say it was a very defining experience because it was the first time I really felt like slap bang irretrievably hard for someone. I might have been young, but I know exactly when those feelings started, and there were genuine feelings of love. It wasn't a puppy love situation, and that person and that experience will always stay a significant part of my life, because you never forget your first love, do you? It's a genuine thing, and yeah, you will always be a defining person in my life. And like I say, how this experience affects disabled people is a topic that I don't think is often discussed, so I wanted to do that, be the voice in this subject.
Definitely, I mean, our first love, whoever we are, whatever our ability or disability, is often quite immense in emotion and feeling. And then, like you say, if we have a disability on top of that, it can make things just feel even more intense.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You said that you related to some aspects of the poem. If you don't mind sharing, I'd love to know what they kind of were and what your feelings are.
Yeah, I mean, I read it a couple of times, and I think just that feeling of like, sometimes I've been in situations where I've had feeling for someone, but I've known that I've not been seen. I've not been seen kind of on that level. And yeah, that kind of what it made me think of. And it's a joke frustrating because obviously me in myself, a lot of the time I don't really feel disabled, and my life I've kind of, like everyone, we all learn how to contend with our challenges and, make the most of what we do. So when you're kind of having feelings for someone and they don't see you as kind of equal in a way, kind of a bit of a slap in the face.
Yeah, tell me about it. More than just a slap is like 1,000 cuts, isn't it? Well,
Yeah,
I suppose it depends how strong you feel for that person. But when you're undeniably in love with that person and you can't quieten your physical reactions or feelings, no matter how much you try, and anyone who was around me at the time was like, believe me, I tried, but I couldn't. And to deal with that, knowing that they don't feel the same, just makes stuff even harder, you know?
yeah, definitely. And like, I think even for people who are quite open-minded, because our society has a certain way of looking at people, like looking at disabled people. I think it kind of tarnishes how they feel. Even if they are open-minded about the situation, I think that pressures of society, we were talking earlier about intimate relationships, sexual, sexual desires are not really talked about because
No.
it kind of seen as we don't have them. So even if someone does reciprocate feelings, then they kind of feel the pressure of society and therefore might not act upon how they feel for someone who is disabled.
Yeah, absolutely. And that doesn't help with the way that disabled people are portrayed through things that help shape opinions of us, like the media, like the fashion and beauty industry is getting better, I would say, for sure, but there's still many more strides that we need to make to tell, like, authentic and varied stories and make room for different bodies and still make them desirable.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, that definitely an increase in representation of different disability and different body or in the media, on TV, and so on. But I do think even that's still lacking representation of maybe people who have different speech, different ways of speaking, or maybe who move more than others. I feel like there's definitely more representation that needs to be shown.
Yeah, because even when it is showing disability, it tends to be defined as in a wheelchair, whereas
Yeah.
it's so much more wide ranging than that.
Yeah, and hidden disability, like you said, like gender work range, and it would be good to see, or more diverse representation of disability, and also maybe intersectionality, because disabled people also have other identities,
Yeah,
whether
right.
that's LGBT or. And I think that not really spoken about as much either.
Yeah, but multifaceted, just like anyone, and all that needs to be taken into account for sure. I agree.
Yeah. My next question for you is what difference, I mean, we kind of covered this already, but what difference would you like to see or make in the world?
How long have you got? Lots. In terms of, I'd like more people to understand that disabled people are people, and a lot of us have the same intellectual capacity as anyone. Like, I've been to university, I've got 2 degrees. I'm more streetwise in some ways than a lot of people give me credit for. People just don't seem to be an intelligent person, and I am. I'd love to see more of a link between when it comes to experiencing things and going on about, like, more of a gap between allowing people to have nearly as immersive experiences as those without disabilities, say at concerts and things, but also obviously taking into account the fact that they are vulnerable people, and if accidents were to occur, we need to stop that from happening, particularly to vulnerable people. Because, for example, I love to go to music concerts, and yeah, it's good that you get to see the show, and accessibility is probably better than it was 20 years ago, say, but at least get a good view of the stage and things. But quite often you feel like you still cut off from the main energy of the crowd. I don't know about you, but there are often times where I want to be in there and I can't because of the restrictions in place. So that's one example.
Yeah, I definitely relate. It's funny, I was trying to book a ticket to a concert the other day, actually, and unfortunately, I was too late and missed out on the accessibility
Oh no.
area. And I was looking at the other areas, kind of similar VIP areas, but like you said, you just don't know whether things will be accessible, and in some situations, there's no real reason why they need to be not accessible,
No.
for the sake of a bigger area, or, um, being a bit closer or more space between people. I mean, I know that only an example for people who might need more space, and there's a lot of other disability who people need other things. But for that example, like, it was a shame because we want to do things like anybody else, but for us to join in, it's kind of a lot harder sometimes.
Yeah. 90% of the time, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, very much an advocate of the social model of disability. And that's not to say that I don't know that it is my responsibility to go out and just be normal and educate people some of the time, but I just wish more people got it, and whilst I can understand why some people might be nervous at first, I just wish more confident people would just come up and talk to us like normal people. Just don't see the disability as much as possible. You probably agree, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of disabled people end up being people who teach awareness when really, like you said, that not really, we shouldn't need to do that. But I guess if we want people's attitude to change, I suppose we we may feel like that as a requirement. But yeah, it would be nice if some people would not need that. And also, if some people, like you said about someone coming over to talk to you, it would be nice if other people could witness that and that person might be in a wheelchair or have a mobility aid or something, but actually they're communicating just like everyone else, and they're here at a concert or whatever, just like me, and they are my peer, so I will go and have a chat with them.
Yeah, and if it realize it, I mean, obviously, I've got to show, but you realize if they saw, like, my personality as a person rather than as a wheelchair user first.
Yeah, definitely. I know it can be so frustrating, like you said, people go on their very close perception, and unfortunately, when any one of us, when we meet someone for a very first time, we make assumptions in the first 3 seconds, and therefore, we've already got a hard job to try and change that perception.
Yeah, when really we should be, like, enjoying the experience for the experience and soaking that up rather than constantly trying to be an educator.
Yeah, definitely.
I just really wanted it to, like, educate those outside the box and maybe give voice to other disabled people who've gone through the same thing. Like, I definitely want to get the work out to a wider audience. I don't just want to keep it as a poem either. It originally started life as a play, but I changed it to a poem because getting funding from arts organisations to try and keep it as a play was an absolute nightmare. Anyone who works in the arts will tell you that getting new work on it is a nightmare now because of new criteria that the Arts Council have got and how complex the form is. So I decided not to go down the play route. So like I said, I changed it into a poem, but my next sort of desire for the next phase of it is to hopefully make it into like a filmed monologue. And when I say filmed, I don't just mean an actress standing against a background scene. I mean almost like a filmed piece of theatre, there's lots of wonderful examples of theatre companies who did the same sort of stuff during lockdown. Yeah, so I'd like to do it as a filmed monologue and approach it that way as well.
Wow, yeah, that sounds really interesting. I can definitely see the bird being really a good thing to have kind of turn like you said, like maybe acted out or your words on top of people, like did the images of situation. Again, I think that would really resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah, well, that's my aim, and I think theatre is a really powerful thing, not just for stirring up wonderful things visually, but like stirring up the emotions if done well. It's meant to make you feel things just as films are called. Movies like move around physically from place to place, but they also move us right emotionally. So there's two different levels there. Yeah, so if any, like, I don't know, out of work disabled actors or actresses or well, preferably an actress or directors, filmmakers listening, I'd be happy to hear from you because that's what I want to do for this next phase of the project.
Really, yeah. Well, you never know who might watch it or listen to it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much to my guest, Charlotte. When, how can people connect with you?
Okay, so there's several ways which I assume you'll put in the show notes. Yeah, so on Facebook as just Charlotte Faragher, so that's Faragher. Same on Instagram. I'm on Twitter as Yo Charlotte F because I'm not cool. I use the word yo. Yeah, those are my main social channels, but also you can reach me via email cfaragher@sky.com. Yeah, I'd love to hear from someone, even if it's just that you resonated with this interview. It doesn't have to be related to my next idea. I'd just love to hear from people and know that it helps someone.
Great, and I'll share your social media link and email with the interview. Thanks everybody who watched this and check out all the other conversations on the YouTube channel. And exit interview will be back soon with another powerful conversation. Bye for now.
Thank you for having me, Leo. Bye.